Paul, any news from the training ground? Any injuries or absentees ahead of Everton?
Not at the moment, no. Maxwell Cornet's just come in, so we'll find out a bit more about him over the next few days. But everyone else is on their way back in. A couple of the lads will be off, having returning late from international duty, as in late night. So they'll be off tomorrow, and then we'll see them Saturday morning.
So is new signing Maxwell Cornet likely to be involved, do you think? Was he likely to be involved on Monday?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll check his fitness out. There's a couple of standard tests that we do, so we see how he's feeling. He had a bit of a dead leg at the games he was involved in. I don't think it's serious. So we'll catch up later today. He's with the medical team now, but only to oversee and overcheck, really.
And how's Connor Roberts getting on? Is he getting closer following his groin injury?
Yeah, good. Connor's getting back to full fitness. I mean, he needs a game programme as well, along with Kevin Long, who's doing well and getting back there. Dale Steens is making progress as well. Out the lads are a bit more long term, so hopefully they'll all be coming back and we'll finally get to a fully fit situation.
So how would you describe Burnley's preparations over this international break?
Well, we've had enough over the years to know what we expect from the players. They've had a few down days, and well, the players that are here have had a few down days. Some have played varying minutes while they've been away. They'll come back fit and ready, I'm sure about that. So, yeah, we're in good shape, I think, and moulding in some of the new players as they get fit and as they come in and get used to the camp.
And it must be really promising for you to see Bailey Peacock-Farrell, who's out on loan at the moment, starring for Northern Ireland during these internationals too.
Yeah, I mean, that was part of what we wanted. We felt that bringing Wayne Hennessy in allowed that to happen. Getting out and playing regular first-team football, it looks like he's growing again from that experience and did well, obviously, over in the international scene.
And just staying on the international scene, as there's been a lot of talk about FIFA's plans to potentially have a World Cup every 2 years, what's your view on it, and how do you think this would affect domestic football?
Well, I don't know how the logistics work, the actual idea of getting it to happen. I think that would be a challenge, whether or not somehow it could possibly kind of change the feel of the World Cup because it's such a big event and everyone looks forward to it. And equally, there's the balance nowadays that everyone talks, or a lot of talk, of players' health and well-being, and they play too much football. So go figure, if you start another tournament in that, surely adds more football. So I don't know where that lives.
So are you leaning towards being against the idea?
No, I'm leaning towards the answers that I just gave you.
Fair enough. Let's move on to your recruitment this summer. Do you believe that you've now got the depth in your squad to avoid that relegation come the end of the season following? How would you assess this transfer window?
I think overall it's been a good one. I think, we're trying to mould further than just the immediacy by bringing in players who are younger and sort of newer to the challenge of what the Premier League brings, and hopefully they'll all do very well. We're kind of trying to map out the strengths of what we have now and then adding in the next layer of players like we have done a few years ago. And, we're trying to readdress the investment situation that should have been made over the last couple of years, and you can't do it all in one window. But I think it's been a good window, and I think it's an important window. We want these players to, if they can't hit the ground literally running, then to get up to speed and join in with what we do very quickly.
And let's talk about the game on Monday. What have you made of Everton after analysing their first 3 matches in the Premier League?
Well, I think Rafa, as always, or it seems to me, knowing some of his history, he likes his organisation. They look an organised side, generally a version of a 4-4-1-1, 4-4-2. Flexibility within that because of the players they've got, of course. Things that Rafa brings to the game, I think, is often based, in my experience of him, often based on good organisation, and the players have got quality. I don't think that's in doubt. I think last season they were closer than the last couple of seasons to looking like an outfit where everyone thought could really push. So I'm sure he's looking to build on that.
And finally from me, what do you need to see from your players at Goodison Park?
Well, I think we want to see the performance levels we've been showing with the details that I've spoken about in both boxes. I don't think the performances are a mile away. We've done pretty well over the last few seasons over at Goodison. Every season brings a new challenge, of course, fans back in, etc., etc. But I think continuing to take on the mentality of a performance, and I think we've done that well. We've got to transfer that into winning games, of course. But the performances have been generally good.
Thanks, Sean. Good luck on Monday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Katie.
Excuse me, sweating, everyone. It's boiling on.
Niv, Premier League.
Or humid, I should say now.
Hi, Niv.
Hi, Sean. Good morning. Good to see you.
And you? Well, I can't see you, but
I'm
good to hear you.
Sorry. After 2 defeats and 1 draw in the league, you're still looking for your first Premier League win. In which areas you hope to see clear improvement ahead of Everton away on Monday?
I think really both boxes. I think the details in both boxes, because I think the general performances have been pretty decent. We've had a couple of sloppy spells that have cost us. So I think the focus and attention to the whole game, which was better against Leeds. I think we're a little bit unlucky with their goal against Leeds, but generally both boxes and getting the details right.
And you're facing a challenging opponent who had an interesting change in the dugouts this summer. How much you look forward to facing one of the most decorated managers in the league, Rafa Benítez?
Yeah, I mean, I've played against his sides, mainly at Newcastle, of course. Different kind of, or it looks like a different thinking there than what he's got at Everton. A different group of players, of course. But yeah, I mean, look, he's a well-travelled manager, top manager, like there are many in the Premier League, who've, done all sorts in the game and lots of good stuff. So it's never easy going against these sides, and particularly when they've got good managers. But they've got good players as well. People forget that. It's not just the managers. Good managers often work with good players, and he's both, I think. Good manager and working with good players.
And 6 of your players were on international duty. How are things looking personnel-wise ahead of the game?
Yeah, pretty decent so far. The feedback's been good. Minutes played against any fatigue and injuries and stuff, so that's been good. So yeah, we're beginning to get back to full fitness, and we want that, of course. And slightly longer term, Kevin Long will come back in some match practice, I should say. Connor Roberts as well. They'll get some. Dale Sting is not quite there, but he's making good progress as well. So we're beginning to get bodies back and getting them fit.
And Everton, they received a special dispensation by FIFA, which means that their Brazilian player, Richarlison, will be playing. What are your general thoughts about the whole situation?
My general thoughts are the powers that be make decisions. I don't make them decisions. So if the decision's been made, he's allowed to go back there and play. That's the way it is.
Okay, last one for me, please. Everton started their Premier League season well with 2 wins and 1 draw. What would you consider as a good result there on Monday night against a very good opponent?
We always look to win. That's the main start point. That's our belief. That's our way of working. We'll see what we get if we can't win. But it always starts with performances. I mention it constantly, and I mention it to the players constantly. So we're looking for the performance, because over the season, that's what gets you points and wins.
Hello, Clarets fans. Phil Bird here. Make sure you subscribe to Burnley's official YouTube channel and turn on notifications. Otherwise, you might miss moments like this. Oh, what a goal! And one was there to finish it.
Just spit Glenn Little, look.
We hope you enjoyed the video, and we look forward to seeing you at the next one. Up the Clarets.